Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life Theories with myself, Jay, and Diana over in the US of A. How's everyone? Well, how are you today?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good. Cool. We should be joined with Sarah, but Sarah should be coming in soon, we hope. See how she goes. She's got a few things that she's doing, but she said she'll just try and jump in. But this one's going to be a bit of a shorter one. And we'll be talking about, I think we'll make this an open subject. What do you think? Like some of the stuff we've been going through individually.
Yeah.
We were just talking off camera about where we're at with regards to, I guess we always talk about past emotions and they go, bring the past up. But in this case, it's a case of not having the past as a excuse. It's actually trying to work out why and the pattern that comes up. And actually having the consciousness and the awareness that we've got now to say, right, this is the pattern that's happening. Why is it happening? And for me personally, is to work out exactly what emotion or what's lacking. So when I go out into the real world, instead of keep going left and then getting hurt or doing the same repeated thing, I could actually go right and actually break it up. Now, for me, I always have to back off. Like I'm always this happy while I'm running around full of energy. But I think for me, backing off and staying away is much, much better because a lot of emotions going around for me anyway.
That's a problem. I mean, everyone wants connection. We're spiritual beings. We want to connect with others, stuff. But there's a line where it becomes like needy, like kind of like feeling you don't feel whole and complete within yourself, so you need the other person to complete you, or you just want connection. So there's like a fine line, but it's easy when you have abandonment wounds and you have emotional issues, especially stuff when you're inner child stuff, right? That when you it's very easy to latch on to that feeling because you didn't get that when you were a kid. So we have to, I think like Sarah would say when she gets on, we have to find, that's why I'm trying to find a way to give it to myself more. Because I'm doing a lot better, but I catch myself grasping or sometimes. But my problem is I go the opposite way. Once I realize I'm doing it, I shut down. So I don't know how to keep the balance. I'm either one or the other. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get too involved with this person, or I don't want to start to feel a certain way. And then, because I'm still working on myself and like, I don't want to, because I don't feel like I'm healed enough and I feel like I might even hurt the other person, or I'm confused and I don't know what to do on so like, but that's not good because then you become avoidant, right? I mean, you either feel too attached or not too attached, or kind of like you're that grasping,
one way
like,
you
want this connection, or it's like, abandonment. And the problem is the people we're attracted to or interested in, because we have that within our energy field, we're going to attract people like that too. So then it's what sometimes they call it trauma bonding, right? Or I'm not saying it has to be trauma, but
no, it's trauma. You're right. Any type of trauma.
Almost every guy I've been with, one of their parents, like usually they have mom issues, like their mom physically abandoned them or emotionally, or there's some kind of trauma. Almost every single person, and I've had similar. My dad more emotional abandonment, so I noticed that's like it's a pattern, man. Like, and I'm not judging or anything, but I think it's because I have that within my energy. I have that. And then that can be, right, they talk about attachment styles, right? Avoidant, and then there's like anxious attachment, then there's the healthy one, right? But so they say people, they can do the anxious avoidant, right? The one person has anxious energy, the other person's the avoidant, right? It's a trauma bonding sometimes. I find myself in that, and I've been on either end of that. So, I mean, I'm not even, so it can go the other way too, right? Or sometimes we're scared of being too intimate or connect to somebody, so then we back off. It's not it's like, it gets complicated.
I guess it's, you see people for who they are, indirectly response to you instead of others. And you hope that, the interaction doesn't affect you at all. And then I guess in the way where you get, and the lesson for me is basically don't give a shit. Things happen for what they are. Take the good stuff that we've got and try and move with that as best we can. And as Diana was saying, this person coming into your life to try and hang on to the old self
Yeah, dude, I feel it. I'm like, oh no, but part of me still kind of like, it's a big like
temptation.
Oh man, I was like, this is really testing me. This is really difficult, man, because I don't even want to, there's so many factors that like any person in this situation, this would be very difficult to not. So it's like, wow, man, I make all these videos on this shit, show up his new version. I was like, damn, man, sometimes you just gotta step away, because sometimes if I'm not sure to respond, like, at least I'm stepping away, I'm thinking about it, and I was very selective. I did respond, but in a certain way. I actually kind of told the person off a little bit in like a weird kind of playful. It was weird, but instead of but I keep thinking about, I don't know, this shit's trippy, man. I don't know. I had to go hiking today to get more grounded, because I was like, I'm going in, I'm spinning my wheel. I'm not saying I'm going crazy, but it just, this thing is bizarre. Like, these things are coming are so bizarre. Like, it's and I don't know, because the vibration is raising, right? I'm having things where I think about, it's like telepathic, and the person contacts me. I'm like, I think about something once, even just friends, got anything, like things I keep thinking of. What if this happened? It's like manifesting instant. So like a lot of the shit's, and I'm like, oh my God, man, I don't want to think anymore, dude. My brain's too crazy. I don't want shit to, because I know the frequency is raising, right? But this shit's creeping me the fuck out, man.
To like the cord cutting and things like that, and when people reach back out to us, it's sometimes like when we cut the cord, it's that negative, that release of that negative contract or that negative damaging connection that was keeping you guys together. So sometimes when that gets severed, they feel an urge to call you, because all of a sudden the connection between the two of you has become lighter. And they can't explain it, and they don't know why, but they've felt a shift, and they feel it. They feel the pull to get back in contact with you. And sometimes that can be to teach us a lesson that, like, hey, we've cut this cord. Here's the final lesson you need to learn before walking away from this relationship completely. Like, the cord is cut. Now you can solidify, this is the lesson I needed to learn. It's right in my face now. Here it is. They've contacted me. I can say it like this and then move on. But other times they reach out to you as a way to reignite the relationship in a whole new realm.
Okay, yeah.
Have you guys been listening to a lot of? I've got a lot of audio books that I think I've been sharing, but it's one thing I've been listening to a lot. There's a fair few audio books that come up on YouTube. Do you guys listen to a lot of audio books yourselves, or what do you? No. I think we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I actually do. I have Audible, and I'm always listening to stuff on Audible.
Yeah, I'll probably get Audible, I reckon. But there's a lot of good stuff on. YouTube. I think there was one. We'll talk about dark stuff. I think we'll talk about dark stuff before. The dark psychology and how to use it to your advantage, but not. It sounds really bad, but it's basically
I've got a book that I'm reading that's like how to manipulate. It was like something about manipulating people, but it's about the different styles of manipulation.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it sounds really bad. Like, I'm sitting there reading this book. I'm like, I look like I'm trying to like manipulate people and like brainwash people, and it's like, I'm not gonna read this book in public. Like, this looks weird.
Oh, I don't care. I embrace my dark side. I really do. I love it. I love all the dark stuff, but it's a case of.
I do too, but it's just like, it's a funny thing to be reading, because it's like how to manipulate the mind. It's an interesting title that I'm like, I want people to be like, what is that girl trying to do?
This is the thing where we go, this is where society is, but they see, right, they focus it on one word, but then they don't understand. And do you have to explain it seriously? Who gives a shit?
User trying to manipulate people.
I'm getting to that point where you just go do what you got to do and just be a bloody recluse. But anyway, that's not really my personality. I'm out there. I like hanging around with people, having fun and stuff. But then you got to sort of draw back when people sort of understand that want to come into your energy field, really, Yeah. And then they go, so let me ask about you. What do you do? What do you want to know? Nah,
I don't want to talk to you about that.
don't think so.